Hey, Dr. Pedram Shojai here with some special news. We are just coming off of this weekend's United Nations General Assembly meeting in New York, and they came up with some really lofty sustainable development goals for the next 15 years. Many are saying that, well, they are very ambitious, they're highly ambitious. Many are saying they're too ambitious. And to that, I want to say, These are the exact kind of goals we need to do what we need to do in the world right now. I want to talk about what they are because the ones that they set back in the day in 2000 expire this year, and this is the new line that the United Nations is drawing. We need to jump in and be supportive to our local governments, to our countries, and say, yes, we want this, let's get going. Number one, end poverty in all forms everywhere. If that ain't bold. This is obviously ambitious, but they want nobody living in extreme poverty, which is less than $1.25 a day, anywhere in the world by the year 2030. Rock on. I think that's a great idea. That's going to stabilize all kinds of social issues, war, all kinds of things that happen because of poverty, obviously starvation and disease. That is a real big haymaker. Go United Nations. Number two, end hunger, achieve food security and improve nutrition and promote sustainable agriculture. And guess what? They're going to be endorsing and pushing for more small-scale farmers. Let's go small-scale, let's go local, let's go organic, let's get the food system fixed. That's a big thing, it's an important thing. Number three, ensure healthy lives and promote well-being for all ages. This is for maternal mortality. This is also for dealing with just global health initiatives. Absolutely, we know this is a problem. Let's go get it. Number four, ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. We understand that the education gap is creating a very big thing, so let's end the discrimination. And also, they wanted to make sure that people have free access to education, which will really help bring up quality of life and bring them into the workforce, which helps people get out of poverty. Awesome deal. Five, achieve gender equality and empower all women and girls. Enough said. I can't believe it's taken this long. This is an important one for obvious reasons. Number six, ensure availability and sustainable management of water and sanitation for all. We understand that that's toilets and clean drinking water. We understand that a good percentage of the population of the world does not have access to clean drinking water. Waterborne diseases, all sorts of problems come from that. This is solvable. This is easily solvable in the next 15 years. We just needed the will. The United Nations is throwing the gauntlet. Yes. Ensure access to affordable and reliable, sustainable, modern energy for all. So now we're talking about universal access to electricity and more renewable energy. Here I think they could have gone a little more. Why aren't we pushing for renewable energy across the board? Oil has a stranglehold. This is a very big political thing right here. The entire economy is running off of a petroleum-based energy economy and a coal-based energy economy, and that is suffocating our planet. Why are we not going stronger on here? This is the one I think the United Nations could have been a little more aggressive on, but we still love you. Number eight, promote sustained, inclusive, and sustainable economic growth, full and productive employment, and decent work for all. The economic growth target is 7% per year for the poorest nations. Basically, this is going to probably happen through the World Bank, IMF, and all sorts of places where they're trying to put money into economic growth and do it in a way where we're not going to have corruption take over. There's been a lot of problems with these initiatives historically. Number nine, build resilient infrastructure, promote inclusive and sustainable industrialization, and foster innovation. We're talking about modernizing roads, dams, electrical grids, and other infrastructure that helps companies grow, step into the global economy. This is good stuff. Number 10, reduce inequality within and among countries. This is basically the gap between the haves and the have-nots. We understand it's a problem. Let's address it. The United Nations is stepping up to say we want to address it. Now we have to put in our vote and our support to make sure that happens. Make cities and human settlements inclusive, safe, and resilient and sustainable. So they're saying say goodbye to slums. Let's envision a sustainable way to live and coexist together. Great news. Ensure sustainable consumption and production patterns. This is basically cutting food waste. That's a big one, and also industrial waste. There is so much pollution that's damaging our ecosystem. Totally unnecessary. We can retool that. We got 15 years to do it. Let's do it for our children's children. Number 13, take urgent action to combat climate change and its impacts. We know that the UN conference has been going after this year after year. This is kind of just built in, saying obviously we need to do that. Conserve and sustainably use the oceans and marine resources. This is basically cleaning up the fisheries and cleaning up water pollution in the oceans by 20 and 2025 respectively. And then number 15 is basically the same thing for Earth-based terrestrial systems. So forests, desertification, fixing what we're doing to destroy the planet, probably a good idea. I think so too. Number 16, promote peaceful, inclusive societies for sustainable development, provide access to justice, and build effective, accountable, inclusive institutions on all levels. Let's live in harmony, let's hold hands. It's a small world after all. Yes, it makes sense to do that. Why are we not doing it? Why are the warmongers running the economy? Awesome. United Nations, we love you doing this. Keep pushing that envelope. And finally, strengthen the means of implementation. Revitalize the global partnership for sustainable development. This means more assistance to poorer countries and helping them come up so that we can have a quality of life that sustains people, and then we have an ecology and an economy that keeps us from destroying ourselves. Go United Nations, this is fantastic. Would love to hear your comments about what you think about this, and let's get involved in pushing this agenda. Please share this. Let's show the world that we agree. Let's show our global leaders that we agree, and we are here to support this agenda because the United Nations is actually doing something to throw this haymaker. Now the people of the world need to say, yes, we agree with this, and we're going to vote in this direction, and we do want a planet we can live on for years and generations to come. Awesome work. I'll see you later. Give us your comments on the threads.